it's human nature to be impatient. It's kind of human nature to have higher expectations than we probably should, especially about things that we want, we desire to obtain. And so, what we really got to do is set expectations at the right level to not kind of be frustrated or delusional. This is the Warrior Podcast, episode 61, and we're going to talk about setting real expectations. So, I'll have students that will come to me, potential students or students that come to me, and we'll teach a technique, whatever it is, some self-defense or jujitsu technique. And then immediately, that night or that later in the training, we'll try to apply it live. Like, there'll be sparring or rolling where they're trying to do this on each other with 100% resistance. And you'll see frustration kind of come over almost every student when they first start till they understand how to set real expectations for their development, because they fully expect that after learning this thing that they'll be able to just do it under high levels of stress and resistance. And that's just not the case. That's not how anything really kind of works. The problem is we're kind of ruined a little bit with like riding a bicycle, I guess would be a good analogy. It's like we learn how to ride a bicycle, and then immediately we're able to go do it. And it's almost like you never forgive it. You never forget it, right? And most things, especially skill development, when it comes to do your body and making the right decision at the right time in order to use this or that, it doesn't just happen like that. It takes time. It takes time of trying it and failing and failing and trying it and trying and failing and making adjustments and then go, oh, okay, there's a little nuance difference here than I didn't realize before. That is the only real way to get the result we're looking for. And so I think it all starts with a healthy understanding of what we expect from the activity. So how do we translate this into other areas? Let's say the spiritual area. So we'll know a verse. You read a piece of scripture and you know the truth of it. The truth of it, but the application of that in real life is much different. Not saying the scripture's wrong 100%. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that your and my understanding of that scripture and how it applies to the real world, to the day-to-day tasks and the hooking and jabbing of life is a little bit different than when we learned it. And so we need to learn how to apply it. And we need to apply it in a real world, real time environment. That takes time. That takes time of failing at it, doing a little bit of it, so on and so forth. Hopefully you can see that. So what we need to do is ahead of time is understand that this is going to be a longer process than maybe we originally anticipated. But if we set the right expectation for ourselves and understand that it's going to take time to be patient, and whatever it is we're trying to develop is going to benefit us long term, we're not going to give up on it. We're going to stay consistent with it. And we're going to believe in it. We're going to go all in with actually implementing this thing, whatever it is, whether it's a physical activity, a thought process, or some sort of spiritual truth. We're going to have much more faith in it, devotion to it, and expectations of what we're going to get out of it if we go ahead and are real intentional at the very beginning and set them the right way. So once again, remember, just because you learn something doesn't mean you immediately can apply that something. You must put it in the fire, if you will, forge it, strengthen it. It must become a part of you. All right, guys, as always, remember you are a warrior and you're in a fight against a real enemy that's out to get you from within, without, and all around. But Jesus has secured the victory for us. Always remember that. Identifying that, walking that. All right, as always, if you like the content, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll continue to put it out. God be with you. Have a great one. Peace.